Hello friends, welcome to my channel, myself Parag Dambulkar. In last video, we have seen how pointers are used in C++ language. In this video, we will see how pointers are used for objects. It is also called as pointer to object. Now see, we'll have some simple example. So here we have defined one class with the name sample. It has one variable, this num. It has one member function display. Now we will declare one object of this class. So this class name is just like data type, right? It is a user defined data type. For example, we have integer, we have float, we have double, char. All these are the predefined data type. In the same way, this class name is also data type, but it is a user defined data type. Classes and structures are the user defined data type. And where is the definition? Here we have written. When we define that class, that is the definition of the data type. So sample, though it is a class name, but it is used as a data type. So sample is a predefined data type. So here we are defining variable of this data type, and this variable we call as an object. So A is an object of class sample. In other words, A is a variable of type of data type sample. Now see, now I am declaring one pointer variable. Pointer variable for what? Class or object. Now how it is defined? Just like we define some other pointer variable. So see, if I write integer star p, that means p is the pointer variable and p will have address of some other integer variable. In the same way, here we are defining p is the pointer variable. So how will come to know it is a pointer variable? By this symbol asterisk. So p is the pointer variable and it will have address of object of sample class. Now one question will be there. So integer pointers, okay, so p will have address of integer variable, but p it will have address of what? Object. But from where we are getting address of object? Which memory is occupied by the object? Just like integers have some size, it occupies some memory bytes. So from where we'll get the size of this object? Now remember, object, so see, object is what? Object is an instance of this class, and in this class we are defining some variables, right? In this class we are defining this variable. So see, num is a variable. Just like that, we can have some other variable. So whatever the memory that is occupied by this variable, it is the memory occupied by that object. So memory of object is nothing but whatever the variable, whatever the memory occupied by the variable, those are defined in this class. Now see, A is one instance, so it will have one copy of num. If I define some other object, for example B, so it will have another copy of num, right? So every object will have different copy of memory that it is occupied. Now see, so A is occupying some memory, so that address, okay, whatever the bytes it is allocating or it is occupied, so that address we are saving in this pointer, and this called as a pointer to object. And how we are accessing that? So see, p is the pointer variable, and in that pointer variable we are saving address of A. So see, in last video that I have told, whenever we are mentioning ampersand means it returns the address of A. Address of A we are saving in p. So here I have written some different statement. Instead of that, I can do like this. So I can write like this. So if I want, I can write like this. Both are the same thing. Here we are declaring this pointer variable, and at the same time we are initializing it with A, address of A. So both are the same thing. So we can write like this also, and we can write like this also. So now p is a pointer variable and it is getting initialized with the address of A. Now see, we'll see how this pointer to object is used. So see, normally how we access variables and the member functions in this class. So see, A is an object, and this variable, how we are accessing it? By dot operator. So a dot num returns this value of num. It will return the value of this num. So by this dot operator, right? So a is an object and value of num it will return, and we have to use this dot operator, right? A dot num, it will return the value of num. And how we call member function? By object. So a dot display. So a dot display will call this display function. This display function which is defined in that class. Now see, instead of object, now we want to use pointers. So see, p is a pointer, and by using this p, how we are accessing any variable? So like this. See, for object we are using this dot operator, but whenever we are using pointer to object, in that case we have to use this arrow symbol. So p, this arrow symbol, and variable name. So in this way we are accessing variables in class. And whenever we have to access any member function, so we are accessing like this. See, this is a pointer variable, this is the name of the function, and we are accessing by using this arrow symbol. And this arrow symbol is called as member access operator. Keep in mind, this arrow symbol is called as member access operator. So see here, we are accessing num variable and we are calling display function by using object, and same thing we are doing here. Here we are accessing it by pointer variable p, that variable, and function. We will see the output. We will run this program and we will see the output. So we have compiled, no error. Now we are running it. So see here, we got this output by this object A. So in main function value of num 5, inside display function value of num is equal to 5. And these two statements, that output we got by a pointer to object. So in this way, same thing that we got, but by using pointer. So very simple thing. Just like any other variables, we can have pointers to object. Same syntax we are using. So by this asterisk we will come to know it is a pointer variable and it will have address of object of sample class. Here we are initializing this pointer variable with the address of that object. So here object is A. So here I have written %A. Normally we access these variables with dot operator, a dot num. So that variable we are accessing and we are calling function like this, a dot display. Same thing if we want to do by using pointer to object, then we'll do like this, p, this arrow symbol, and num. And when we have to call this member function, so p, that is a pointer variable, arrow symbol, and function name. And this arrow symbol is called as a member access operator. So this is called as pointer to object. So in simple words, I have explained this concept, pointer to object. So friends, I hope you like this video. If yes, then click on like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press bell icon so that you will get notification of my next video. So stay connected. Thank you.